I was coaching in Minecraft and a situation had come up that I wasn't happy with the way I dealt with it last time. And here was another chance to have another go and see if I could bring up something new and deal with it in a different way. And this is what's called a role test. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. How role tests really help you know if you're making progress in life, in the way that you deal with situations and people and yourself. If you're new here, my name is Matthew and my goal is to spark you to think differently so you can create new possibilities for yourself in your life. So what is a role test? A role test is from psychodrama, and in psychodrama we have a concept of roles, which is the way I show up in the world. There's different types of roles. Roles are either adequate, they serve the function well, they're underdeveloped, so they're not quite adequate, they're not quite there yet. They're overdeveloped, I use them even when they're maybe not the appropriate thing to be used, or they're completely absent. In this situation, when I had come up the first time, I realized after the fact what I could have done differently, but I didn't implement it in the moment. I'd say that would be an underdeveloped role in me, this confident truth sayer, which is a role I'm working on. Here was this situation again. This is really what a role test is. A role test is, here's an opportunity to use this new way of being, this new functioning, and to see whether you can actually do it. It's one thing to plan and have great ideas about the great ways I can act when it comes up, and it's a totally other thing to actually be able to do it when the moment arises. And in this moment, I was able to speak up and be that confident true sayer that I'd been rehearsing. But I don't pass all role tests. The reason why it's useful to think about role tests is that you can have many of them and you can go into situations curious about how you're going to do it at this particular role test. And that curiosity, that interest about whether I'm going to pass, how I'm going to go, is a really good way, in my perspective, of approaching new challenging situations. And the reason I love role tests is because they give me a chance to notice whether I've actually made the progress that I thought I was making. So if you'd like to hear more from me, I put out a weekly email newsletter on Sundays. You can subscribe. There's a link below. And until next time, the journey continues.